no money. Hard work lead to days that are sunny. Looking back, it was all needed. The problems, the pain, the trauma, the grieving. You are now tuned in to the prisoner to painter. Prisoner to painter. Hard work, dedication. Rainy days, inspiration. Prisoner to painter. And now, a word from your local Pope dealer.
Just waiting for the book, which is going to take forever, but we are live on the StreamYard. We're live.
Welcome to the Prisoner to Painter podcast. I'm Nathan McDermott.
And I am Katie McDermott.
And today joining us is Randall. How
Hi.
are you doing, man? Thank you
Pretty
for coming
good.
on.
Yeah.
This is the first time that we get to do this. So I'm going to start a little different, and it's going to, I'm going to work through the growing pain here. So we got sponsorship, partnership. A good friend of ours sees our mission as much as we do. He's the owner of Chem Clean Treatment Services. Chem Clean Treatment Services offers professional chemical cleaning services for residential, commercial, and industrial clients. We specialize in power washing, sanitation, and post-construction cleanup, ensuring every surface is spotless and safe. Phone number 517-240-1562, or you can email him at thechemclean@gmail.com. And then stay tuned for the end of this month, beginning of next month. He's going to be raffling off a free house cleaning, and stay tuned to find out more about that. So,
Okay.
I think
Awesome.
that sounded pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Randall, thank you for coming
Yeah.
on, man. I appreciate it. I know we've been friends, and I know a little bit of your story, but I appreciate it.
Also, I will like to reiterate, if something is good and the clip, it would make a good clip, all you have to do is say,
Yes, gotcha.
So you have a like.
I don't want it to pick up what I'm saying,
Oh.
but
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, StreamYard stepped their game up, man.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I mean, for $50 a month, I was already happy with what we were getting, and then they just added more stuff. So I'm like,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. And they didn't up the monthly fee, because normally that's what they do. They're like, here's something cool, but we're going to charge you another $5.
Oh, like Xbox did. They're like, we're gonna double down on the price.
I'm sure we could pay more to get more per month.
Yeah.
But what they give us like 6 videos per the generation of the clips.
And you've seen the clips. I'm like, man, that's not terrible.
So that's 12 videos a month that we can.
Yeah, I was getting notification after notification.
Dude, because he just was
Upload,
like,
yeah.
I love it too. I'm like, the month's almost over. Let's get these in.
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, ding, ding, ding. I was like, what are all these? Oh, I actually really liked them.
Dude, I like every guest that we've interviewed. Some of the clips were like Officer Jacobson was the best in my opinion. Just the way it was clipped. Just the way it was
I'm
clipped.
just confused why it did that setup,
Mhm.
and then the other ones were not like that.
Really?
Because it like showed him, and then it showed us, and then like it flipped, where the other ones were just like the whole screen.
Oh,
Well, anyways, man, to learn more about you and to spread inspiration and our whole mission. Where were you born and raised?
okay. So I was born. I always tell people I was born down near Houston. That's not as accurate. I was born in Huntsville, Texas,
Okay.
which I don't really like to tell people because the first thing that people ask me is, "Oh, that's where that big prison is," which is the largest prison in the
I mean,
U.S.
we live in Jackson. We're known as Prison City, so
I didn't know that.
I get it. Literally, the magnet on our fridge says, "Please refrain from picking up hitchhikers."
So you were born and raised in Huntsville.
No, I was
Okay.
born in Huntsville.
Okay.
My dad was in the Army, so we moved around a lot.
Gotcha.
I lived in Texas, Oklahoma. I spent some time in Germany.
Nice.
Back to Oklahoma, then back to Texas.
Okay.
Right.
If you don't mind my asking, Texas makes sense for military, because like San Bernardino or whatever it's called down there. Isn't there a training center down there?
So they have Fort Hood and they have San Antonio.
Okay. So what's in Oklahoma then?
Oklahoma is Fort Sill.
Oh, okay.
My dad was artillery,
I got
so
you.
that's actually where artillery goes to train at.
Understood.
For the Army, I know there's Fort Hood, and I think medical goes to San Antonio.
Gotcha.
I might be mistaken, right? Because they have a lot.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
You want to move that a little closer to you? Just very gently.
Oh, it's got the thing. What was that?
Okay, we good.
Is that better?
That is better.
Okay, fantastic. As far as growing up, I spent the most time in Texas.
Okay.
When I was like, I want to say 13, we moved to Amarillo,
Okay.
or just north of it. And then at the age of 16, I got sent to, I tell people it's alternative juvenile detention
Okay.
because I don't want to go around telling everybody I went to Boys Ranch
Okay.
because that sounds terrible. at times.
Sounds interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So over at Boys Ranch, they've got multiple homes, and each home has 2 sets of house parents. They have the alternative and the primary house parents, which will be with you all week. And they house up to, I believe, 15 guys in a house.
Okay.
So it's 3 in a bedroom, and it's 5 bedrooms.
Okay.
And they have like, what is it called? Proximity alarms if you leave the room. There's a shared bathroom, so to
Okay.
make sure nothing's going on in the bathroom, they have proximity alarms on either side of the bathroom entrance, so
Okay.
one side can come in and then leave. But if both go inside, it's going to set off the alarm and wake up the whole house.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's very interesing living there.
So no fighting in the bathroom then.
Well, there was fighting everywhere. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, it was bad. It was a great place though. 16, I was a butcher. I learned all that stuff. It was really, really nice. I
Good.
got to learn a lot of cool things. I did bull riding. The team I was with for cross country went to state.
Okay.
Won that. We went to state both the years I was on the cross. The coach has gone like every year for like 12 years in a row.
Okay.
It was a guarantee almost
Yeah.
at that point. That everybody was going to
Join
state.
this team, you're gonna go to state.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I showed up there, and the first day of school, the coach came up to me. He's like, "You ever thought about doing cross country?"
Mhm.
And I, of course, was like, "No." He's like, "Well, you look like you can run, so you should come out."
Okay.
I didn't know he did that sales pitch to every new guy, so I was like into it. I was like, "Yeah." He asked me to come out personally, so
Yeah.
I went and ran, and I ran a 32-minute 3-mile my first time.
That's impressive.
No, it's not.
Oh, to me, that's impressive. Holy cow, that's impressive.
The guys going to state were running like 16-minute 3 miles.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So like coming in there, I was like the slowest one. I was like, just don't walk, don't quit. I'll eventually. The only reason why I stayed with it is because I didn't want to quit and be like everyone else who quit.
Yeah.
So I was really not a fan of quitting things.
That's a good quality to have.
Yes.
That's a really
yeah.
good quality.
I used to tell people I quit quitting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
sir.
worked for a long time
Yep.
until it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did bull riding over there. They have a lot of rodeo stuff.
Mhm.
A lot of the rodeo brings in like 100,000 people every year
Okay.
for their yearly annual thing.
Okay.
So it's a ton of like people coming in, and people from all over the country can be sent over to Boys Ranch. And the way to get out is you either graduate,
Mhm.
you your parents sign you out,
Okay.
or you leave when you're 18.
Okay.
Because you live there 24/7 all
Gotcha.
year round.
Okay.
So it's very interesting
Mhm.
lifestyle if you're not used to it.
What was your favorite memory from childhood?
Favorite memory from childhood? That's a tough one because I have a terrible memory, kind of like a goldfish.
That's the best way I've ever heard
Yeah.
it put, dude. Like a goldfish.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I forget constantly. Probably one of the best memories I have. It's really tough. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, you're good, man.
Do you have a worst memory?
Worst memory?
Yeah, start from bad, then good.
I have a ton of worst memories. Like there's this one guy. We're on our way back from cross country meet,
Okay.
and I let him use my PSP, and he wouldn't give it back. So we got in a fight in a bathroom at a rest stop,
Okay.
and I like threw his head into a urinal,
Mhm.
and he kneed me in the balls.
Oh no.
It was awful. The next morning, I thought, like, I was 16 or 17, right?
Mhm.
No idea how all that stuff worked, really. But, like, I went to the bathroom, and I was, like, showering in the dark, right? I don't know why. It's just a thing that I used to do, right? And I went to go wash down there, and I was like, that's not right.
Something ain't right.
No, that's, like, 3 times the size. That's not right. They were, like,
Shit.
black. It was awful.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, no.
Man.
I was yelling at the house parents. I thought I had AIDS or something, which is completely inaccurate.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
But I was not prepared for that one. So that was probably one of the worst ones.
What was your favorite cereal growing up?
Favorite cereal? The Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love that stuff.
Right on. How was bouncing around on your mental state and you as a child growing up, bouncing from place to place to place?
That's actually a really good question. So everyone in my entire life, for the most part, right, except for like my dad and my brother and sister had like a clock over their head, right?
Mhm.
And that clock was a 3-year timer. Whether they were there first or I came in first,
Mhm.
like the timer was still going. Like there was nobody there that was longer than 3 years in my life.
Understood.
So making long-term friends and stuff never really happened.
Gotcha.
Because like I could be there for 2 years and already like half my friends already left because their parents got stationed somewhere else.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So it's not even just your family moving.
Yes.
Their family's moving equally as quick as you got. I see.
Yeah, everyone
I see.
has 3 years in the duty station unless they get lucky and get stuck there even longer or unlucky.
Or however you feel it. Yeah.
And so that timer, it really was rough. Because like people talking about having childhood friends and stuff, I don't understand that. I've never had that.
Yep.
I've had friends that I've known since I was in the Army that I've kept friends with. But other than that, everyone else from my childhood and stuff has been replaced.
We never compare here. We only relate. So
Mhm.
me moving from Fowlerville to Jackson, totally different than what you went through.
Yeah.
But I understand I don't have childhood friends anymore because of that. Now times that by 8, like happened to you. It's like I could only imagine. Me just moving one time, I have no childhood friends. You moved 10, 12 times. It's like you probably, it's not even up for
And that's
discussion.
weird because I lived in the same place for 16 years and then I moved twice between junior and senior year.
Mhm.
So I have like one childhood friend that I talk to,
Mhm.
but like
I take that back. So Boys Ranch was actually the turning point for that because I do have a few friends. Let me take that back because I went and seen one of them actually not too long ago in Chicago, and I've been trying to reach out to a lot of the guys that I was in the house with to try to see how they were doing and stuff. Because a lot of them came from rough families. Not everybody was sent there for being in trouble. Like the reason why I got sent there was my parents couldn't handle me as a teenager. Like I hit my brother in the head with a broom a few times.
Gotcha.
I was just a terror for them. But some kids didn't have parents, like they were orphaned and they lived there, or they were given up to the state by parents who had addictions to substances and couldn't keep them anymore.
Now that you're old enough, do you think looking back, maybe you were, I've worked on this actually. This is a very good point. I used to tell Katie she was too much and she was hard to handle back in my drinking days. And, I would never say that to her now. I catch myself sometimes, fuck, you can't say that. Like you can't say that.
it's trauma.
Yeah.
So that being said, do you think you were too much or hard to handle because of it? Because moving around and all that? Or do you think it was simply on you?
I think that had part of it, part of to do with
Played a role in it.
Yeah,
I get you.
But also, like when I was 6, I was put on ADHD medication, which is what started, in my opinion, my journey, right? Because I learned at a very early age, if I took my medication on the weekend and saved it for that, I could stay up all weekend and play video games.
I see.
So that was 6 years old.
Yeah.
And you learned to abuse your meds.
I wouldn't say abuse, but I wasn't taking them as prescribed as a child.
Well, I mean, that's textbook. But.
Yeah. And then living in Germany, I do have a memory, or being told about this memory, right? My dad, he's a drinker. He drank for years. He was in the Army. He was in the Marines. So it's not to excuse it, but it goes hand in hand, right? So I remember being 8, or being told when I was 8, that my dad let me drink some, and my mom was gone. So when she came home, I was hanging out the 3rd-story window, yelling at her how I was drunk because my dad was letting me drink. So that was 8 years old. Very interesting.
How's Germany?
Germany, I don't remember a lot of it. I know they really don't like stuff being brought up about World War II. I will say that. They hate it. And I've been yelled at a few times for that because ADHD, I'm going to ask questions because I think of them. But it was really cool. Like, we lived on post, so it's about as American as you can get in a different country, right? But as soon as you get off post, we lived, I believe the place was called Eder Oberstein, which is an old town in Germany. They've got a church in the mountainside.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. We had to learn German in school. All the Germans that I met were super nice. Like, I remember one of my dad's Army buddies, his name was John, and he had a wife named Nana. And she was German.
Mhm.
Super cool. She showed me how to cheat on Pokemon.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Good for her.
Yeah. So I had a lot of good memories there.
Favorite German word?
Krankenwagen.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ambulance.
Yes. It sounds really metal.
This is the Krankenhaus.
Yeah. This is what I love about learning people's stories though and talking about this, because I truly believe that the history books they tell you the history like this, and this.
Mm.
Just go meet people, go talk to people. You're gonna find out that like Germans ain't bad, Russians aren't really bad,
No.
Chinese people aren't really bad. It's just that's what you're taught. You know, it's like in a whole they did some bad shit, but in a whole they're not bad people.
No.
Like I mean, because you could go back to our history and be like, oh, they're terrible people too. You
So
know,
there's terrible actors in each region or culture, right? That like even cops nowadays, like you see this a lot, right? You can have 3,000 good days, and people are going to remember you for the one bad day.
bad day. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So that's it's everywhere. It happens in every culture, every region. Some places are worse than others.
Yeah.
Well, by a lot.
Yeah.
But not everyone is bad. You're right.
I heard that I think Mike from church said it, but he said you are judged always by your last bad deed.
Yep.
Never by your last good deed. By your
By your
last
worst
bad
moment,
deed.
yeah.
Yep. Your worst moment in your life is what
Yeah.
you will always be judged by.
Well, that's because we as like people were they taught me this in ILT, right? We're hardwired to look for the bad stuff, right? To be prepared for bad things. Like we think things are going to end badly, just so that it's a survival instinct, from my understanding.
Apparently, they also call it Irish Alzheimer's, to where you only remember people and hold grudges against people. They could do a million good things, but the one bad thing they did is what you're gonna. It's like an Irish family is like,
Yeah.
no.
See, that goldfish memory of mine actually counters that, because like I forget everything. I'm like a dog, right? I can be mad at somebody and then I see them. I'm like, oh, you're home.
Yeah,
You
I'm so
are
excited.
indeed a golden retriever.
Yeah. I've
Yes.
been told that quite a bit recently.
I get that so much, man. Me and I did a lot. I've done people wrong. People have done me wrong, and I don't care. I go up to them and hug them like, oh yeah, you didn't almost send me to prison. I didn't almost send you to prison. That's exactly what happened. I'm like, man, why isn't he hugging me?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, because you guys hate each other. I'm like, oh, yeah, we hate each other. I forgot.
Yeah, no, me and my wife will be arguing, and then she'll step out and leave, or I'll leave, right, to go take care of some errands, and come back, and I'm like, I forgot I was mad at you.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating because I remember later, like, oh, I was mad at you.
I was supposed to be mad.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, so when did you leave the ranch?
So what happened with that was I was at the ranch. I kept telling them I was going to sign myself out at 18.
Okay.
Right? Because I kept saying that because I hated it there.
Mhm.
I wasn't actually going to do it until they kicked me out of the house that I was in for bullying. Right?
Like being bullied, or you were the bully?
I was the bully.
Dang,
Right.
what a change it must have been. Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't think of myself as a bully, but a lot of times, like, I'm really nice.
Yeah.
But I make fun of people a lot, right?
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's for comedic purposes, right? And I need to get better at it. But I don't remember what I was doing to this one kid. He was like 13. He was pissing me off, and I just kept making fun of him. And so they moved me out of the house that I was in. That I'd been in for most of my time there. Like, I really loved the house parents. Like, I was in 2 houses, or 3 houses my entire stay there.
Okay.
First one was Tunnel House, and great house parents. They ended up leaving and retiring, and they got replaced by some new ones I really didn't get along with. But they were all right. But it's when the alternates left, because I love the alternates. They left to go to a new house, and I followed them and went to that house next door where they were the primaries.
Okay.
And when they got told that they had to leave because there was some controversy, like the way they were handling things, they weren't being as strict as they should have been, or something along those lines. I don't really remember.
Gotcha.
But they got moved out. And I got in trouble for bullying and got sent to the cowboy house. And within a week, I was like, I'm going. I'm done.
So is the cowboy house the bad house?
No.
Like, okay.
So they try to group people by where they best, acclimate. Like they surround you.
So like age, background, stuff of that nature.
Not necessarily age or background, because I've had people in my house from New York. It's based on like your personality and your likes, who you most get along
Like
with.
type A, type B,
Yeah.
like type
So
C.
all the kids that were like cowboy kids or hillbillies or
Okay.
I see. I see.
They lived in one house.
Okay.
That's racist.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
So I was in the house with a lot of the skater kids and gamers, right? That's
Okay.
the house. We didn't really do much outdoor stuff
That
as
makes
the
sense.
cowboy guys, right? Or we didn't do as much rodeo. We were in the house where we like to play video games, skateboard, and do kind of stuff like that.
Okay.
And I loved it there, really. It was a lot of fun, but it really changes based on like who's in charge, like the whole atmosphere and
There's
stuff.
no bad teams. There's only bad management.
Yeah.
Period.
So like I remember coming home from a golf tournament because I did cross country, I did wrestling, and then I did golf in the spring because I hated running.
Okay.
I really hated
You're
it
a golfer?
Why would you do
Yeah.
cross country if you hated running?
because the coach said I looked like I could run,
I get
right?
that. I get
Okay.
And he had
Nice
me.
pat on the
Yeah.
back. You're like,
I was
I'm
like, this
for it. I
guy
get it.
wants me. Yeah,
I get
I'm not
that.
gonna let it down, right? But I came home from a golf tournament or a cross country race,
Okay.
and the kid in my room had all my golf. It was cross country because he had all the golf clubs laid out in traps and the bed turned sideways
Okay.
because he was prepared to fight the house parent in case he came in there. Right? I don't know. He's a little weird one.
Okay.
Very conspiracy like. Yeah.
A little paranoid. A little
Yeah.
bit paranoid.
Yeah, very paranoid. He's like, he's trying to kill me. I was like,
Dude, you
what
probably
do you
not.
mean?
Right, probably.
I walked in and ran into the curtain because the doors weren't there. They were just curtains, right? And the curtain was like eye level, and I ran into it because it was dark, and there was belts hanging from it. There was golf clubs all over the floor laid out to step on and get hit with. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, house parent tried to kill me last night. I'm waiting for him. I'm going to fight him. It was wild.
Looking back, that's probably hilarious.
It
In the
is.
midst of it, you're
Yeah.
probably like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. But no, there's some really, I wouldn't say they're bad house parents. I just didn't get along with them, right? And it really soured the experience
Gotcha.
because you could tell people who were there, like everyone came there for the right reasons, I assume, but some people came there for a job,
Yep.
right? And you could tell the difference between the people that were there for a paycheck
Yep.
and the people who were there to actually
Because they wanted to be there.
help. Yeah,
What came after, man? So you left at 18?
yeah.
Okay, so check yourself out, or
I
you
signed
kinda just
myself
explain
out.
that? Yeah,
I
yeah.
went and lived with a friend from high school before I left, right?
Okay.
We were roommates, and I wasn't going to school.
Where were you working at this time?
I wasn't.
Okay.
I was living on the couch, basically.
Right
I
on.
would sign my own notes, did not go to school because I was my own guardian.
Okay.
And then the school was like, if you miss any more days, you're not going to graduate. You have to come to school. And that was like the last 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
So I started going to school. I graduated. And after that, I stayed with this one girl. And I couch surfed a lot around that time. I lived with like 20 people, just bouncing from person to person, right? And I kind of got tired of that about 19. So I signed up for the Army.
Nice.
And so like growing up, my dad always told me like I'm either going to go to prison or I'm going to go join the Army. One of the two or both, probably. Right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's very, very motivating,
Mhm.
right? In all of his talks. He's very old school Army. Yeah. So 19, I signed up to join the Army, and I waited a month. And I was smoking weed, which I really don't like doing. I don't. But I convinced myself I shouldn't go to the Army because I was going to stay couch surfing and smoke weed. And the
Okay.
recruiter was like, you can sober up on the bus right there.
No.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll get over it, dude.
Yeah, so I went into South Carolina, or I think it's South Carolina, Fort Jackson, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly.
I guess.
It's somewhere on the East Coast.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's South Carolina. Right?
Most people I've interviewed were Marines, so I'm used to
Yeah.
hearing Florida or not
Yeah.
Florida. Yeah, it is
It's
Florida.
Camp Pendleton or Paris.
Okay. Okay.
Paris Island.
Yep.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But I went to relax in Jackson,
Okay.
and it was a lot different going from Texas, where there's no trees unless you had money, because that meant wealth up in the Panhandle. It's like a desert almost, right? You see a house and you're like, oh, they got trees. Them some rich people.
They're rich. Okay.
Yeah, they got
Okay.
money for that. And went from that to like the woods of like the Appalachian Mountains and stuff.
Oh,
and I was
no.
just looking at all the trees, and I was like, I forgot they got this big.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Basic training was,
That's cool that you consciously remember that.
Yeah.
Going from trees and being like, what the fuck?
yeah.
is
I remember
this?
riding
That's
the bus,
cool.
and I was like, oh my God, these are so tall. They're like twice the height of any tree that we have in a rich kid's house.
Yeah.
Right, or their yard. Which is wild because I'd spent time in Germany. I've been to the Black Forest, and that place is creepy.
Okay.
Do they have a lot of ham there?
Yes, they do.
Sorry.
Looking at pictures and stuff, it doesn't give it justice. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh, you're good.
The Black Forest, you can tell like all those. What are their names? Guys who did Hansel and Gretel.
Oh yeah, the Grimm brothers Grimm.
Yeah, you could tell like where they got their inspiration from and like why, because it was creepy. Like the sunlight wouldn't go through the tree foliage. It was dark and creepy.
Okay.
It was cool. It really was. But went to Fort Jackson, and then from there went to Fort Gordon.
Okay.
Did AIT there for a while to do satellite communications.
Yep.
That was fun. And then was stationed in Hawaii for a bit. It was a lot of fun. When I was in, a lot of the time I kept telling myself, I can't wait to get out. I can't wait to get out. And as soon as I got out, it was a real different change because it went from being a part of the system and having purpose and belonging to like nobody even remembers that you existed because you're not a part of that every day.
I can't speak for that, but we just interviewed Captain Jacobson, and he retired from Blackman. He was their only K9 handler. He was the only K9 handler around here, period. Like, they needed a K9. It was Officer Jacobson, period.
Yeah.
And he got to the end. He retired, and he said the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Everybody forgot about him. Like 30 years of service just meant nothing.
Yeah.
And now he's back from Napoleon Township. Chief Pittman really likes him, but that's crazy that you give that much of your life to something and they're like, nah.
Well, it's not really like they're just like, man,
Yeah,
it's that timer over your head, right? I mean, you're no longer like, because you spend every day with these people. You live with them, you train with them, you work with them. There's no getting away from the people you dislike. Like, you've got disagreement, you're going behind the tricon, you're going to fight, you're going to come back, you're going to be good.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you got your ass beat or not.
Yep.
That's
how men should be anyways, but that's that's my belief. That's my belief anyways, but okay.
Yeah, no, there's no hard feeling. Like, you could dislike somebody, but you get in a fight, right? Whoever wins, there's no like, he
tripped me. No, you won. You won.
You whooped my ass.
Yep.
I'll take that one.
Gotcha.
You got me.
Yep.
And there's a respect thing, because like you have to be able to trust the person beside you to be there beside you in like the worst of times. And there's no real room for like, well, there is. It depends on where you're at, but ideally there's no room for like not being able to trust the person.
I don't like him. I still trust you with my life, even though I hate you.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. But once you get out, you're no longer like there, and it's every day you're seeing these people, and if they're not there, well, they've moved on and they're out, right? You just forget about them because they're replaced immediately.
I see.
And there's a new person there, right? So it's not necessarily like they just don't care or anything. It's just you've been replaced because you're not a part of it, and that's kind of what fucked me up for a little bit.
I got you.
Yeah.
Understood. Well, I know we didn't want to talk too much about this, so I just wanted to say thank you for your service. I respect, and I will say this vocally and openly, and I've said it on every podcast I've interviewed a veteran. I respect every single person the same way, except for you guys. I respect you just that much more. So thank you for your service. Thank you for coming on.
No, I appreciate it.
I do have a question.
What?
So you talked about how your parents couldn't handle you, how they separated you by like your personality types and things that you liked, and then the Army does the same thing with like the testing, right? Like they separate you. Do you think constantly being labeled something your whole life has affected the trajectory of where you went?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like detrimentally?
So
That's a good question.
Detrimentally, yes, it has. Without getting into too many details, like being told like I was gonna either go to prison or the Army. Definitely, I went to Army, almost went to prison. Right, it's definitely led me in that direction. Right, and I don't really like. I feel like I wouldn't say bred to be in the Army, right? But like my whole purpose was to be in the military, right? Like people changing the way that I lived and like multiple people in one house, being in the Army and that. I never really lived on my own, actually. So like being on my own, I'm just kind of like, what do I do?
See, I don't want to speak for you clearly ever do I not want to speak for anybody, but me and her were just talking about this. Back in the day, I'll say back in Jesus' days, just to very basically dumb it down. Back in Jesus' days, you were born to be a carpenter, an iron worker. That was your purpose. You were born
You were
to do
literally
that.
bred. Your family handed down your tradition.
I
You were bred to do that.
I truly believe that's some of the problem in today with all these jobs. People were not bred to go work at McDonald's. People were not bred to go work at Wendy's. Like, I don't necessarily see what you're saying as all bad, which I know you weren't saying that, but like to be bred with a purpose is almost like, I mean, to me that's godly almost.
Yeah, no, like growing up, I always thought like as a kid, I remember being on a hill in Germany thinking, I'm going to go join the army, be like my dad, right? And like when I didn't have any answers, I was like, I'm going to go join the army and do what, I know.
So I guess the label question was more
With
the experience of stigma associated with those labels.
Like, what do you mean?
So like I have borderline, right? There's a stigma surrounding borderline. Some people assume things about you because that label that was put on you. There's people who don't want their mental health labeled because they're afraid once they get that physical label that people are going to look at them differently. So like you being labeled many different ways, saying that you're going to either go into the army or go to prison. How has the stigma surrounding those labels affected you personally?
So I never really put like thought into it, honestly. Like critical thinking has not been my strong suit on things like that. Like I'm told this way, go this way, I do this way, right? Something I loved about the army, they told me what to wear and where to be, right? I'm not one for like, why do I need to wear that? Why do I need to be here? So
no, I'll wear it and I'll be there.
So the only thing I can relate to that, I guess, wouldn't be the prison army one. So let me walk that back a little. It'd be more like so ADHD, for example.
I see.
A lot of people are like, oh, if you just get a planner and stuff and you're just hyper, like it's fine. But no, I can't remember things because it affects the what is that called? The thinking part.
Frontal lobe.
No, so ADHD isn't, it's not mental health, it's a physical thing. So
Something
the wiring in your brain is literally different. So like
executive
dysfunction, it can cause problems with like free association. It can cause problems with a lot of things. Memory being one of them.
So a lot of people would say like you're just disorganized or you're just hyper, right? You can get a planner or just write it in your phone. I can't remember to do that. Like I'll write on my hand because I can't lose my hand. But if you tell me to like put it in a schedule on a clock, unless I immediately do it, as soon as I turn around, it's gone.
I got you.
And I forgot it. And it's hard to like explain to people like I can't remember to remember things. If it's triggered by an outside function, I'll remember it, right? But if not, it's gone. And that's very frustrating. Trying to explain that. And like I don't know if that's answering your question at all.
It does. So you've experienced more stigma with the ADHD than you have any other label.
So sorry, I know where I was going with this now. So it took like until I was 30 until I could finally explain it to somebody. My wife being a person, right? I used Google AI to explain my brain to her, and she started crying and tearing up. She's like, I had no idea because like the way she sees it at the time or used to see it was I didn't care. I didn't give a shit about anything. I cared about what was interesting to me, and it wasn't that. I just couldn't remember things. I'm not lazy. I can't be lazy. Let me correct that. But I don't know where to start on things. It's really like trying to explain to her like this is how I view love in my head is different than what other people see, and so trying to like explain that to her and being told that I was wrong on how I was showing love, like it was the wrong way, was really like depressing. And it kind of like started that spiral of like I can't do anything if I can't even show a simple human emotion of love, right?
That's powerful.
That's powerful. It really bothered me for a long time. And so like that's one of the reasons why substance abuse was so big, because I was taking ADHD medication for years. I felt like I couldn't function without it and be a normal person. And then I started self-medicating, started doing just about any drug under the sun, right? We went through the list whenever I first went through Army substance abuse program for my drinking and drug abuse. And I told them, like, we're playing bingo, I'd have a blackout right now.
Yeah.
Right. So it wasn't more so that it was just like one thing at the time. It developed into one thing because it felt like it was helping me the most, helping me be a normal person and function through the day, which is kind of a crutch and a cop out. But that's how it felt. So like that feeling of not being able to be normal and stuff is what I used as my reasoning for being high all the time.
I'm going to ask the question you always ask. Is addiction a choice or disease? And your personal thoughts.
So
And we set this question up exactly on purpose because there is clearly not a right answer. So
No,
that's why we ask. That's
Yeah.
why, yeah.
So I do agree with it's a progressive disease, and like it's genetical, right? It's
That's what I
passed
believe.
down and stuff. I do believe that, and there is a choice, I believe, that factors in as well.
Mhm.
Because like I was getting high every single day for like 8 years, and that was my choice.
Yep.
Like I can't say it wasn't my fault because I need to own up to my own actions and choices. So it's a little bit of both, right? Because like I do have an addictive personality, and I let myself fall into that trap knowing it would be an issue, and kept doing it. But at the same time, I was also like unable to stop, right? Which is kind of hard to say. It is, but I was unable to stop until I really faced what is it? Court repercussions.
Bad
Consequences,
Bad
repercussions.
consequences,
Yeah.
Buddy. Man, yeah.
But there's a lot of diseases that stem from making a choice and then acquiring a disease.
Yeah.
That's my only, the only reason I would ever lean that it's a disease, and A, we keep our opinion out of it, but
Yeah.
I am going to say this. The only reason I ever lean that it's a disease is because there's people that can fucking smoke dope and do whatever and not be an addict. So that's the only reason that I'm like, okay, it might be a disease.
That's semantics.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but that to me shows it's a disease, or can be, because if this guy can fucking smoke dope and boot heroin and not become an addict and just quit, and then this guy does it and gets hooked and can't get off.
I'm going to clarify that the use itself isn't the disease, it's the addiction.
No, I
The
get
addiction
that. I get
part
that.
is what would be
Yeah.
considered the
Yeah,
disease.
I get
because
that.
it's people being disposed,
Yeah.
like predisposed.
I get that, but I'm saying somebody can boot heroin and not be an addict, not get the inclining, I need it,
Yeah.
and then another person does. It's
Yeah.
like, well, to me, that shows there's something
Yeah.
different. There's a
Yeah.
difference. Like there has to be.
So if it wasn't for outside help and outside repercussions, I'd still be doing it because I wasn't able to stop. And I'd always like justify it, right? And be like, oh, well, I'm going to lose this job if I can't stay awake, or I'm not going to be able to provide for my family and stuff, which is a crutch and an excuse, which I'm still terrible about making tons of excuses.
Me and you talked about Doug Rickman, and this is one thing that I love about him. He said, man, I used to smoke cigarettes. I found out they were bad for you. I quit.
Yeah.
I said, oh, it's that easy, right? But that's the only time people quit is when it's like, oh shit, this is bad. I better do something about it. Like
I
to an extent,
agree and
but-
disagree because like when I was drinking, because I used to wake up and be, I not get a hangover because I just extended it, right? You know, for
Hair of the
another
dog,
day.
Hair
but
of the
like,
dog, yeah.
like the whole dog, like a whole
Yeah.
fur coat.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was like, I have to stop doing one of these because I'm gonna die if I'm doing both. So I'm gonna quit drinking so I can continue to do meth because that's healthier in my eyes. Which makes no sense, but it kind of does at the same time.
Well, you were doing legal meth from 6.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just gonna say that's big pharma right there,
Yeah.
buddy. You're
Oh,
you're giving me meth in a pill. Just saying,
Yeah.
When did you get out of the military?
I got out in 2016.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it was under honorable conditions.
That soon. So how long were you in the military?
Almost 4 years.
Okay.
I was 3 months shy because I got in trouble for self-medicating.
Okay.
Which I went through the Army substance abuse program, did that, and then got chaptered out for
Okay.
6 months later.
I'm gonna give you guys a 20-minute warning because we're about 40 minutes.
Oh, we are already?
Yeah.
Holy crap,
Yeah.
that went by so
Dude, I
fast.
told you. Once you get rolling,
It's
it's like it's
I
nothing.
feel like I haven't even talked about the stuff I wanted to talk
Okay,
to
so
yet.
then we'll get into there then.
Well,
No, I'm not trying to rush
No,
anything.
and also the thing I love about this is stories like this. If we don't get to everything we want
Yeah.
to, I'll just invite you back on because
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
like the perk of it. Is
Yeah.
well, when you really like somebody, it's
Yeah.
like people. If we like the interview as much as we do,
Yeah.
it's almost always the audience reciprocates by the
Yeah.
views and everything. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm not against ever interviewing somebody twice.
Yeah.
Like, so get out in 2016.
Yeah.
Due to honorable circumstances.
It was under honorable. It was other than honorable,
Other than
under honorable conditions.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I didn't get a dishonorable, which is almost impossible to get unless you just like murder the person beside you.
Where you go
fucked
AWOL,
up.
right?
Yeah, like you
Or
really
you-
fucked
yeah,
up. Okay.
Yeah, you have to do something really bad.
Okay.
Um,
It sounds like addiction was part of the service. I know we don't want to talk too much
Yeah.
about it, but
Yeah.
so did the addiction get worse when you got out?
So absolutely, yeah. It got better for a little bit. Because I was living in Hawaii, and then things started going downhill, and I started using again.
Okay.
And I came out here to live with a buddy from the army.
Okay.
One of my few friends that I've kept all these years, and stayed with him. And then after I moved out of his place, it started to go downhill again, right? And it just progressively got worse and worse until I was doing ridiculous amounts. Like I was spending like a lot of money
I get it.
on my daily thing.
Okay.
It's like for the last, I want to say 4 years, there wasn't a day that I wasn't blown out of my mind.
Did you
Or an
ever?
hour. Sorry, it was every hour. I
I
was
get it.
just going.
What it was an average day? What did an average day look like in your worst day of addiction? Like what did it look like from morning to night?
Morning to night?
Yeah.
Like what I was doing.
Like what? Wake up at 9, smoke a bowl, smoke a foilie, what like whatever. Like
I was going through an ounce a week at my worst.
holy shit.
Yeah. And
That's
yeah.
yeah.
So I was doing a lot, and it was like every 30 minutes. I was high out of my mind, but I was like, I'm not even high, so I'm gonna go do more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I would feel it when I stopped because I'd be up for 3 days, but I never ran out because that was always like it happened a few times and it was awful.
Yep.
So I always made sure like I go and get an ounce a week every week. And
Gotcha.
it would. I started losing it. I had so much like when I got clean and stuff. Like I found a full ounce in my garage
Holy shit.
that I just forgot about and lost because I was just so high all the time.
Do you get the psychosis? Like where you're seeing the shadow people and
Oh,
all that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I had cameras set up all around the outside of my house. My wife, bless her, she was like, "What are you doing?" And she thought it was like PTSD moments because I'd be like looking out the window. I'm like, "There's somebody fucking out there." She's like, "Go to bed.
Yeah.
Stop." And I'm like, "No, there's people out there. They're watching me. They're in the trees." It was wild.
Getting sober and
Yeah.
finding an ounce. How was that?
Yeah, was the temptation there?
Throw it out. What happened?
So it was really the timing, really. Like I threw it out, right? Got rid of it. But the worst part was like I showed up to the courtroom my first day in drug court. I was high. I was.
I was too. I get it.
I went to their office. I was high talking to them. They're like, "You got to get clean. You're going to go to prison." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to do this one more time."
Yeah.
Right. And in my head the whole time, like at the first like 3 months, because like I wasn't ready really to get sober. I was just doing it because I was forced to. I was like, as soon as the 2 years is up, I'm back on the streets.
Yep.
I'm going to get back out there. I'm taking a 2-year break to reset the tolerance.
Yeah.
Right. And it wasn't really until I went, because I did IOP in 6 weeks. Am I answering your else question? Because I feel like
Yeah,
I'm not.
no, you're good.
Okay.
You are good, dude. This is great. Right?
Yeah. So I finished IOP in 6 weeks, which I didn't know takes longer because like I went through the VA, and the VA does they don't bill for your session being there. They're going to get paid regardless. It's an amenity for veterans and stuff, right? Like we're going to get service or medical regardless.
Okay.
But other people go through IOP. They sit there for like 2 years because they're getting paid for them being there. Yeah. So they can't bill you if you're not in the program.
Yeah.
But I did that. Went to MRT after my 6th week in drug court.
Okay.
I was going to jail every other weekend still, like, or every other court session.
Yeah.
I go spend a weekend in jail because I didn't do a drug test or I didn't do something. I went to MRT, met Savannah there.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that. Sorry.
No, you're good. You guys are technically co-workers and you guys know each other, so that's fine. Right? Different Savannah?
Different Savannah.
Whatever, just
continue.
Sorry.
You're good.
My bad.
No, you're good. I name drop. I don't give a shit.
Well, I don't think we're supposed to at MRT. That's the thing.
I just don't.
Well, at MRT, in theory, that's not anonymity because it's not AA or NA.
Okay.
That's just my
Well,
standpoint on it.
This person I met there, they told me that the drop-in was hiring and stuff,
Awesome.
right? Which was really awesome. I'm
Yep.
very thankful to this person. Which, what do you got?
I was texting.
No, you're
Narcan.
just-
Narcan. No.
No, super grateful that they told me about this place because I went up there, got an interview, got hired, and it wasn't until I was over there that I really was like, hey, there's a new way to do things.
Buckle down and
You
down
know,
on it. Right on.
I could be sober and like share my story and stuff and help people.
Yeah.
Discovered like that whole community and stuff,
Mhm.
and it really meant a lot. Like just seeing that because I always wanted that and be a part of that.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Sorry.
I could never get it. Like that's even joining the army. I wanted to be a part of the community and never had it.
That's what they did for her too.
Yep, that's why I'm about to cry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's like you didn't have people,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden there's all these people who actually care, and it's not fake. It's like they're there.
They fucking
And
mean
these
it.
people, they understand me and stuff. Like I can tell people I have ADHD, and they're like, "Oh, you're just hyper. You just lose track of time. You just need discipline." Like, no, it's people who understand the struggles I'm going with, and they're there to help. They're not just going to be like, "You can deal with this." on
They're
your own."
literally supportive, and it's not
Yeah.
the supportive of, oh, you can get a hold of me if you need it. It's like literally, no, like if you got a hold of them, they would support
Yeah,
you. Like,
no.
They are all 3 a.m. friends.
mhm.
That tied in with because I tell this to everyone. My wife didn't know I tell everybody this, but I do. Her telling me like me being a part of their life and being around them means the world to her, right? Because I didn't realize it. So those two together really helped me like see the perspective or change my perspective on life and like, hey, being sober isn't like this terrible thing. It's boring. It's not fun. There's a lot more to it. And I can actually like help people with things they're struggling with, which I think is phenomenal.
It's also funny how you said that you would think it would be boring and unfun, and then now, like after a while of not doing that, not getting high, not partaking in the things that we used to partake in, I think that would not be fun.
I don't either.
I would not have a good time.
And two things I want to touch on before we keep going. I apologize.
No.
My first recovery court session,
Mhm.
fucking went in, fucking hit the fireball and 4 Xanax deep, dude. They took me right to jail.
Yeah.
Dude, they no pass go, nothing.
Yeah.
They said, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Took me right to jail. I was like, I deserve this.
Yeah.
I was like, I had that coming. And secondly, I hear all the time that we're helping people, this and that about the podcast.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because you also are helping people. You just got me off the fucking painkillers. I mean, you were a main inspiration on that. So she already knows. So.
Okay.
And I figured I'd say it right on the camera too, because unless I say it, then then it's fake, right?
I'm actually really proud to hear that you said that.
Dude, no, you drew it out. Dude, you're just so, no matter what, like people say you're a lie and you're bubbly.
Yeah.
You showed me that there is a way of life again.
Mhm.
Like now, mind you, I've been so raw of booze
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
shit. And I know it's still an but thank you, because all this me and her help people.
Yeah.
It's not just me and her that help people. It's every single guest that's come on that's helping
Yeah.
you too. So
No,
thank you.
it's
Thank you.
awesome. You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
I'm really happy. Well,
I just wanted to touch on the trauma of literally how he would say that I was a lot and I was too much and he couldn't handle me. And I'm like, I don't think people like hearing that because I don't like hearing that.
mhm.
And he literally had to reframe how we would argue.
Yeah.
Because
Which
he's
is
like, you're
hard.
being too much.
Which is hard because you're pissed. You just want to be you. And I'm like, oh, I can't say that.
Yeah.
What do
So
I say?
that's just a huge thing for me. I don't
Mm.
like other people having to hear that about themselves. 'Cause
Yeah.
It really bothers me.
No, and then we heard somebody, Katie told me about something that happened at your work, and said that you were a lot or told you to get away from them or something. And it actually made me hurt a little bit because you are the nicest person I've ever
It
fucking
made me
met.
hurt, and I told my husband that it hurt my
Wait.
feelings.
I'm
I
thinking about the same. It was
I don't know, but
Okay,
you
yeah.
said you had responded that you try not to be that much, and that you just get really excited about stuff, and
Yeah.
it really hurt. Like I literally cried about it.
oh,
dude, because you were such.
Because I relate.
that's actually something that's really bothered me my entire childhood. Like being told I'm annoying. I cannot stand it. I don't mean to be this way.
But the problem is the person saying it. It's not that you're annoying. It's that they are getting annoyed.
And
Well,
if people could speak, I'm working on my I statements because I say I a lot. Instead of you're annoying me, I am getting annoyed. Or something like there's a way to talk to people that doesn't hurt them.
And it
Like,
doesn't put the blame
it's
on them.
not just them. I know I'm being annoying and extra because I'm pushing people's buttons on purpose to get a rise.
well, when you're doing that, then yes, accept
I'm
it.
trying to get their attention and stuff really when
Yeah.
I was younger, and it's followed because so I poke people's buttons, right? And I poke them, and I don't understand like cause and effect at times as far as the part of my brain, right? Like I see the effects, and then I'm later like, why are they mad at me?
Yeah, what caused this?
Why did this happen? I was just playing. Like I didn't know they were gonna get mad like that.
Yeah, but you being you and people knowing that about you, like my whole family knows how I am, but I
Mhm.
still get the I'm being too much.
Yeah.
I need to calm down.
Well,
I need to stop.
And you
But
can
that's just
be-
who I
You can
am.
be who you are and still work on you because,
Yeah.
like, I also hated hearing, well, I am who I am.
Mm.
Well, okay, well, you're also very unhealed and terrible. So you are who you are. Okay, like we can
Yeah.
change a little bit. you
Yeah,
know?
so like going home at night, I'm like, you're not. I'm looking at myself in the mirror like that meme, right? I'm like, you're not gonna go pick on people, poke their buttons, and annoy them on purpose. You're gonna stay normal, calm, and collected. And as soon as I wake up, I'm like, oh, it's time.
I'm gonna go annoy
I'm
people.
gonna go. I'm not like I'm gonna annoy people. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right, we're gonna do this. And I get there and I see them, and I'm like, oh, hey, it's good to see you. 'Cause I'm like a
It's because
dog.
you're a golden retriever.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
forgot that I had this conversation the night before, sitting there in bed, right?
I don't know. That just makes me sad because
I get it.
watering yourself down is something that you shouldn't have to do.
Yeah, that's why, dude, I remember one time I was going to change my clothes and Katie said, do not fucking dress down. Like, you are who you are. She's like, do
Yeah.
not dress
I was
down.
appalled. I was
Really?
like, how dare you?
Yeah. Man, that's great. So you get into recovery court how long ago?
So I got in recovery court in August. I actually hit my 6 month of Friday next month.
Awesome, man. What phase are you in?
I'm in phase 2 right now.
Congratulations. When are you on to phase 3?
On the 5th or the 9th of January, I believe. Unless I get in trouble for something I messed up on, right?
Are you taking accountability though? That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm almost done with MRT already,
Awesome.
which they say like MRT is for towards the end. Most people in the class have either completed treatment court or they're in the last phase. Right.
Sorry, I'm just listening.
Is Washington.
Yeah, but it wasn't running.
Anyways, continue. He's just gonna investigate a little bit. Is it raining really bad out right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's raining. It's
Dude,
raining.
no, but that sounded like it was flooding.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
shit, sorry about
I
that.
forgot it was raining. That's my bad. I could have said that.
Well, dude, it sounded like it was like pouring in that corner.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Anyways.
So most people in there, it's after treatment court, right? It's the next step to keep you in there. I'm starting staying quit. Or I've already started. I'm on module 3.
Awesome.
In 3 weeks, I'll be done with MRT. I'm only phase 2. Most people are a little
Impressive.
surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
So.
Just,
I know, sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that. I was like, is it?
it might be. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
from there it actually could potentially leak,
Oh.
but I know that. So,
Okay,
yeah, I
okay,
know
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Man. So two more phases, 3 months in
No,
each
no,
phase,
it's
right?
5 phases now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how long is recovery court now?
It's 13 months. The first phase is supposed to be 30 days. Mine was 3 months because I was
Feisty and non-compliant.
I wasn't feisty, right? I was in a good mood all the time for the most part, except for the first month,
Yeah.
right? But I wasn't doing the right things,
Yep.
right? I wasn't doing the wrong things
Mhm.
either, though. It was just like I wasn't getting high. I wasn't doing any of that stuff. I was just missing drops because my vehicle was undrivable at the time. I didn't want to walk an hour on a Sunday to go drop after walking my son to school all week. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. And after the fourth one, they're like, you're going to jail.
Yeah, they don't like missed drives.
Yeah, they did it for me on the third one too. Actually, it was like 3 weeks or 3 court sessions in a row. I went to jail, and like my 4th or 5th week there, I was like, I beat it. It's not a 50% anymore, right? It's not every other weekend. Now it's 40% that I'm going to jail.
So the real change just came recently then.
Yeah, no, it's
that's
just,
awesome.
It's still very recent. And like I say all these things, like I feel like I'm in a good spot because I am ready to be sober and stuff. I'm tired of like, I was always tired of it, but I never had, it's not, I did have a reason. I just couldn't get past all the excuses on why to keep doing it, right? And I do feel like I have a purpose now. Like, I do remember like getting high in my spot, right? And like thinking like, I have to get sober because I'm going to the courts now. Yeah. What is my passion? And I sat there for 4 hours, just like, what am I passionate about? Mm-hmm. I had no answer. Okay. Right? I was just kind of lost. I was like, I don't know what to do now. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what sober is. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it was really difficult, but now I feel like I do have a purpose and I do have something I'm passionate about, and I do like to give back to the community, which is really big.
Yeah, it is.
I really enjoy doing that. Like when doing the hot dogs and stuff, I had a blast going out and do that.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Next time we do something, you already know you're there, man. So awesome. Awesome.
So we're at, I just wanted to tell you 55 minutes, but also I'm curious because it switched us from live on StreamYard to recording. So we're just going to have to post it. I'm very confused.
It says live. I know, but it says live right there.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll go check.
So our rapid questions are always the same. Yep. So from every guest, our rapid questions are always the same. What is your definition of success?
My definition of success. So it's not having a lot of money. It's not. It's difficult. It's being able to leave a legacy that you're remembered for, right? It could be like children or doing well in the community or something. It's something that people remember you for. Because really, like once we die, my biggest fear is it's going to be like the army and people are just going to eventually forget me, which is something I don't want. I want to be able to, I'm not going to be something like fantastic or like life changing, but I want some people to remember me. That's my only goal to success.
You also shouldn't say that.
That's why this podcast, not only are we trying to spread stories and inspiration, the way the internet is, I'm trying to preserve history. Yeah. No matter what, dude, 200 years from now, if the internet's still a thing, there will be 100 stories on this fucking page that maybe somebody will find. That's awesome. Maybe somebody will find. I'm successful. I can die happy now.
I also wouldn't limit yourself by saying that you're not going to be great or fantastic.
Well, let me correct myself because that is limiting.
But I get it. There's also realistically, like I'll never be MLK.
Yeah, I'm not. That's exactly what I thought about. I'm not going to be MLK. I'm not going to be like George Washington. Yeah. I'm not going to be any of those people. Which growing up, I was always like, I'm going to do great things. And now that I've got more realistic, as long as I'm able to help one person and remembered by that, then that's successful to me.
Yes, it is.
Right. I also could argue that some people, before those people who were who they are now to us, people probably thought they were delusional for thinking that they were going to impact. And I'm just saying that it's not delusional. Like you never know the impact you'll have. So strive to do that.
No, absolutely.
Is there anything that I did not ask that I should have?
I can't tell you what to do, man.
Well, then did you tell your story the way you wanted to?
Right now's the time to say anything that I might have missed.
So I didn't get into a lot of details and stuff. I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I was nervous as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what if I just sit here? I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Did you see my hands? Yeah, dude, my hands are like this everywhere, dude.
But no, I really enjoy being here. I don't think there's anything really that I didn't get to say. I mean, there's a lot. There's like 31 years, so you can't sum it up in like
not an hour. I know.
I feel like I did talk a lot about a lot of things I wanted to, though. So I really enjoyed that.
Perfect. Katie,
if you now and younger you met, would you get along with him, and vice versa? Would he get along with you?
I would probably tell him sorry. Same thing I would tell my future self, right? I would say sorry for all the things I'm about to procrastinate and get to you, because today's problems is tomorrow's Randall's issue. Or
Yep.
Yeah. And yesterday's Randall hates tomorrow's Randall.
Yep.
So no, I would not get along with him. He'd
All
probably
right.
hate me.
And then would you, I mean, okay, that answers both.
Yeah.
One word that sums up your entire journey from where you started to where you are now to where you think you'll end up being has to be a real word. One word.
So like where I'm at, where I'm going, where I've been.
Where you were, where you're at, where you're going.
Sorry, go ahead.
It has to be one word.
One word.
Real word.
Okay. I don't know. Adventure. I don't know. It's not the right word.
We've had words like sobriety.
Transformative.
Transformative.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. That's
Yeah.
the first time we've heard that one.
Which, are we about to like get off now?
Here in a
Take
couple.
okay, because I just want to touch on like the AI thing, like looking that up earlier.
Oh yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was
I went
super
to go Google y'all's thing so I could share it to like Discord and stuff
Thank
for
you
the
for that, by the
communities
way.
we're in.
Yeah.
And it pulled up on the AI overview like your guys' names, your mission.
I'm
all
gonna
that
try to
stuff.
do it. You said it was Google AI.
Yeah, just painter or prisoner to painter.
Okay, and then we looked up in AI mode.
Yeah.
And we would say, what did you exactly
I
ask?
just typed in that and it was a Google search and it popped up with AI overview.
I like that, dude. That's fire. So,
Okay, you just Google searched it. You didn't
Yeah.
even go to the AI.
Well, I mean, no, I didn't.
Let me go back. I'm gonna do it that way.
I could pull it up right here because I haven't closed it. I don't think.
I just want to see if it does it for me too. Did you type podcast?
No, I typed prisoner to painter, all one word in Google search, and it pulled up your.
Yep.
Prisoner to painter, Jackson, Michigan. Son of a bitch.
Is a podcast hosted by Nathan and Kate McDermott, focused
Yeah.
on redemption and second chances. That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's fire.
I thought that was amazing.
Awesome. I'm gonna screenshot that and put it on our page
Yeah.
because that's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
super
wait.
cool.
Features local interviews, including figures such as Pastor Mike and Judge Jordan. Well, we haven't interviewed Judge Jordan yet. but
Yeah.
she will be on.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you for getting us
Speaking-
connected. Yeah.
Speaking of a legacy, though, like just talking about that, like Google AI has your legacy right here,
Right there.
right, which is fantastic.
Yes, it is. I
So-
don't know why I've never Googled us.
You
Like,
guys,
really, I've never.
in my eyes, are very successful.
We're also the first
Thank you.
one that pops up and on YouTube and on Facebook and the Google
Mhm.
search and on Spotify
And apparently on the news.
on when we went on a news talk.
That's fucking crazy. Okay, so anyways,
Yeah.
at the end of every episode, we give a gift card.
Oh, nice.
Me and you like going to Walmart together, or not Walmart, McDonald's together. So
Oh, really?
$15 to
I
Walmart
love
or
that.
McDonald's. I was trying to look up their mission statement, but it's like fucking
Yeah.
trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Hold on, I got you.
For McDonald's.
Yeah, dude, we just like giving a little spiel about like no matter what.
This is
So
awesome.
McDonald's mission statement is to make delicious, feel good moments easy for everyone. Wow, that's pretty brief and to the point. Good enough.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on right now. We'll cut the camera. While we're cutting the camera, we'll use on our table.
Absolutely.
All
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right.
See you
Bye,
later,
guys.
Yep.